especially when we know there's 1 in 100 Americans behind bars. Let me jump out to Joanna Greenwald. Joanna, a couple questions. Would you be concerned as a defense attorney in this case about the racial composition of the jury?
Yes, I would.
Why?
I know I talk about the jurors and the psyche of the jurors, but you know, race does play a factor. And yes, I said it. Everyone heard it. Yes, race does play a factor. Just like when cops come in as witnesses and wear their uniforms, race always plays a factor. And as we're going over that, you have some people that are older on the jury, as well as you have a young white girl, who you have a gentleman who's a person and people testifying of color. Who are also shared in the jail. You know, all these things play out, and whether they want to admit it or not, people truly are not impartial. We would like to believe it, but they're not. And this is also, remember when this happened, where this is in the South, and yeah, I said it too. It's the South, and it's not like it's unknown that at times things are more racist than others. So I would be very concerned.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty on all of that, Joanna, and I think you're correct. In 1975 in the South, not long after Dr. King died, and fortunately this jury is a racially diverse jury, so we don't have concerns about an all-white or an all-black jury sitting in judgment here. Let's go in live now. There is a new Clement. You may recognize her name. Joanna Greenwald, I sure do, from her work with the Innocence Project. Really not good for the defense that she's here to testify for the prosecution, is it?
It's not that good. Like, I'll tell you when we have good stuff and when we have bad stuff. This one is not good for our team.
Yeah.
This one is not good for the team. However, again, we as defense attorneys are wily and will come up with something to discuss with her. And yes, she has wonderful credentials. Yes, that's all great. But again, let's not forget, it's what's the evidence that's presented before us.
That's
so
right.
She could be God, but if the evidence isn't great, guess what? It's not great.
Well, and guess what? She's not God.
And there we go.
She's just Megan Clement from LabCorp. All right, we're going to take a very quick break. Before we go to break, we want to let you know about some other things we're working on, because you know here at In Session we do bring you all sorts of people accused of behaving badly, and some animals sometimes behave badly. What happens to them when they do? Well, they land in court too. They land in pet court.
I'm still beating the pug with the broom.
And after age 27, then age 62 now, if you were seated behind him, beside him at defense counsel table with James McNamara, his public defender, what would be the best defense for this client?
I would be saying over and over and over again, tainted evidence, tainted chain of custody, liar, 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 you know, snitch. And then I would be saying all these things over and over again as the subliminal person, you know, and keep trying to get it into their heads that these things are, not only are they unbelievable, but also because they're tainted, even if so, they're tainted and this person is not the person, you know, he might be a bad person, but he's not a bad person who did this in particular.
All right, and let me come out to you, Lisa Sweetingham. That defense might very much. Joanna Greenwald, always such a treat to have you with us here on Best Defense, and to Lisa Sweetingham out in Tennessee. And don't forget, you can pick up her book,